Hi everyone, my name is Leah and I'm an early childhood development and learning major. I decided to create this YouTube channel for moms and even other nannies and babysitters and teachers, just so that people can get great ideas. I mean, there's so many ideas out there that you have to search for hours and, really dig through. And so I thought, wow, I really should create something for people to use with activities that they can do with their children or the people they are babysitting and stuff like that that will also help the child themselves grow and develop progressively. So, some things that I decided to do today were to talk about fine motor skills and an activity that you can do with it. So I really hope, so I really hope you guys like it. One mom that I actually nanny for brought this to my attention that, excuse me, I should talk about fun, interactive ways to play with children that I love doing all the time because I'm a nanny, of course. I love kids. So I thought about just some things that maybe moms, are like, what could I do with my kid to get involved from any sorts of ages? So I thought today I would discuss with you about a craft that is great for your little ones. You can do this craft with like 1-year-olds to 5-year-olds, and you can do it with older kids as well. It just depends on your child and what they like to do. So, I love this craft because it's not only fun for the little ones, but it's mess free. Yes, mess free. Okay, moms? So, let me tell you right now, you're gonna love this because it's mess free. Hello. Like, aren't you gonna love it? So, you can also let your little ones get a little messy with this activity, but it's totally up to you whether you want to or not. So, part of this is, I should have got it more ready, but my face is so here. Ugh. Okay. So, part of this is we take a piece of paper. Yes, a blank piece of paper. And we have a Ziploc bag, this huge Ziploc bag. So moms, I gotta tell you this one. I picked the huge one because I've obviously done this before with children. And I didn't, the bag wasn't big enough for paper. And so then I had to cut the paper. So if you don't have this size Ziploc bag, that's okay. All you have to do is cut the paper. The kids aren't going to know the difference. So, we have our piece of paper. We have our bag. All we're missing is some paint. So I have the paint here. Now, what kind of paint are we going to use? Even though this is mess free, we never know what's going to happen. Okay? So we use washable paint. Yes, washable paint on our piece of paper. Now, you can put one color, you can put 2 colors, you can put 3, you can put 100. It's up to you. But what I first do is put my paper in here because it gets a little messy. I know I'm wearing white. Silly me. I'm going to roll up the sleeves. Okay. So, we have the piece of paper in our Ziploc baggie. Now, what color am I going to use? I'm going to use some yellow. Now, mind you, I don't have much space to be doing this, but it's fine. Everyone's in quarantine. You have to find your spot in your house, right? Moms, maybe that's away from your kids in the, with the wine cooler, but you never know. So, but now you guys can do this together, so it's super fun. So, I am going to start with just dumping some yellow paint Now, I have like the worst paint tray for this, but this is the paint I have in quarantine. So we're going to work with it. So yellow paint. Oh. Okay, some globs of yellow paint, right? You just need a little bit of glob. And, okay, so I have my yellow paint in here. Sorry, I should be showing you this entire thing, but it's very hard to do, like, while I'm sitting on a bench near a window. So maybe not the best area to paint, but like I said, when everyone else has taken the entire house, you gotta work with what you got, right? Now I'm gonna use black. I don't know why I chose yellow and black, but that's the two that looked the most full. So I haven't used this paint in a minute, but now we're gonna dump the black paint. I'm trying to, like, you know, keep it mess free, obviously, for a reason. So we have, voila. All of the paint is in this bag, so that's fantastic. Now, moms, you yourselves might get a little dirty. I'm not going to lie. It's, you know, it's mess free for the kids, but you know, it's not going to kill you to get a little paint and go wash it. Will it kill the kids? Yeah, maybe, because they are just crazy and they will get it all over your house. So let's just remember that. So now that we have this, now I'm going to zip it up, obviously. We have to be very careful. Now look at all this paint dripping. I'm not sure if this is, like, great or whatever. But I'm only using 2 colors. You can use a million colors. I don't care. But what you can do, now this is my favorite part about this activity, is that your kids can use their fine motor skills to move the paint around, to move it over here, to move it over here. The more paint you get, the more that they can move it around. Now, I just put a little bit of paint because I'm not going to create a masterpiece for you all. But this is I did this personally with an infant who I believe was only 10 or 11 months old, very young. And I had them just paint. Now, I will say with a young one, they do want to physically feel the paint. I had him do the no mess, you know. Great. There's 2 options. This is for the mom who wants to keep her house, like, clean, don't want to Clorox wipe it later, just have it done. Kids can make whatever they want. Now, the other option is just a plain old finger paint. It's up to you. It really doesn't matter. But this way, I need to put, like, more paint on here. But it does go around. So, maybe I want to add another color, right? Because kids love colors. And I picked kind of the most boring colors. So, I'm sorry for that. But, you want to add another color? You can just open your bag and add some. I'm going to add some red. It might take me a second because I don't have much paint in here, but, like, the blue is completely dried up. But it's fine. All right. So this is the part that you do for your children, obviously. And then and then you can go from there. But voila, we got some red in here now. Oh, this is way easier when you just have a child to put the paint in and then let them go at it. Okay, so that's what you would want to do. Now, obviously, you can see you need a little bit more paint. Like, you need globs of paint because it's kind of thicker, like, This Ziploc bag is thick, so if you want to actually be able to finger paint through, like, you have to. But I mean, I think I did a pretty great piece of artwork, don't you think? I think it's pretty. This is basically what your children will create. But they will love it. I'm telling you, finger painting, mess-free finger painting, everyone's going to love it. And you're going to love it because you don't have to clean up after them. Bam! Guess what? Let me just show you now. You can let this dry in the bag. Okay, great. So now you know it's not going to fall on the floor and get on the carpet or whatnot. And guess what? Your kid can run away from the table because they lost interest or whatever. But I'm telling you, they're not going to lose interest because this is a really cool idea. And then, guess what you do? You take it out of the Ziploc baggie and you can put it on your fridge or frame it or whatever you would like to do. So, now I have to talk to you and get serious about why I adore this and finger painting. So, the reason why finger painting is such a big deal to parents and children since forever, like I finger painted when I was a kid too, is that it helps with fine motor skills. Yes, fine motor skills are so important to be practicing at a young age. Do you want to know why? I'm sure you do. Fine motor skills allow children to use their small muscles in their hands that they are able to do things properly as they grow up. For example, they can, oh, my screen's going dark. They can write, they can eat, they can pick up Legos, button their shirts. Yes, button their own shirts. Moms, okay? So you're not going to have to, button this one's shirt and button that one's shirt, because this right here is going to help them progress and be able to button their own shirts faster at a developmental rate. But seriously, the world is endless of possibilities. Without using these muscles at such a young age, a child's muscles could not develop. If you just let your child sit around all day, they're not going to develop the muscles that they need in order to be a full functioning adult. Just buttoning your own t-shirt seems like, wow, so easy as adults, but it is really hard for some kids. And that is okay. That is why they need the practice. So there's science behind that and why you should let your child finger paint. And if it was my child, I would let them just go at it and have some fun. But this is also for those moms that are like, no paint in the house. This is why you can bring paint into the house. Now, I want to make this so important about some things. Is the best learning for your child comes from example. This is a perfect time for you yourself to sit down with your kids and paint. And I mean finger paint. You can grab the paint and put it in the bag and do it yourself. Oh, that's my cat meowing, in case anyone wants to know. He likes to be a little talkative sometimes. But this is so important for you to partake in with your kids. Don't just give them a piece of paper and sit down. I mean, I really hope you wouldn't do that with a 1 or 2 year old, but you never know. And let them dig in. I'm not telling you to tell them what to do, oh, use these colors. Let them pick. It's all about choice. What color do you want? Blue or green or both, or blue, green, red? You choose. Just say, hey, out of these colors, which colors do you want to use? I want black, yellow, and red. Perfect. Those are the colors we are going to use for today. So, then you can use blue, green, and yellow. You don't have to use the same color your child's using. It's all about what you want to do, which I love about this. This finger painting is about choice. They can dot some flowers around with a stem maybe when they're 5, right? They could do that. Or they can just do this and it's still a beautiful piece of artwork. I love this. It's mess free. It's great. You guys really should try it. I mean, it's a paper bag. It's a Ziploc baggie with a piece of paper and some paint. I will tell you, again, with this, you have to put a lot of paint because it will not drag around. Like, you have to dollop it on because then the kids will not be able to, like, really drag it. But if you let the kids drag it, then it'll work perfect. So, the last thing I have to tell you is get your fingers ready because we are having a finger painting party. All right, guys. That is all I have for you today. I will see you guys later, and I hope that all you mommies and daddies enjoy your mess-free finger painting party. Yes, Dad. That means you too. Bye, guys.